Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video I'm going to show you how to play default as a T on Inferno in CS2. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and comment down in the comments below on what you want us to do next. By the way, we are doing free giveaways every month. In these giveaways, you can win various CS2 skins and free CS2 course access passes created by a Faceit level 10 coach who has experience in high tier CS2 teams. To sign up, simply visit the CS2 Pulse giveaway page and follow the instructions. Link is in the description. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So firstly, let's begin by talking about how spawns really matter in this map. So in the start, the most important spawn is going to be the one that is going to be closest towards this arc, because this is going to be the banana spawn. In the spawn, one of the players needs to instantly run in the start of the round, and as they run through this area, they're going to pull out their Molotov, and then they're going to throw a quick molly aiming around this area to quickly molly off car like so, just to prevent any CTs from peeking in the start of the round. So this is going to be one of the utilities that he's going to throw. After he runs and throws this Molotov, he's going to bank off a flash against this wall, and after that he's going to instantly peek in towards this area, trying to get the opponent and trying to get an instant entry frag. This player also needs to keep in mind for any other players who might be crossed towards the right side as well, so he needs to instantly, after he gets the entry, if he does, to focus towards the right side, and if he does, then your entire round is entirely won, because if he gets both of the kills he can instantly smoke CT, and then you have a free round. So this player is going to be the crucial player, and you do need to have support for this player, because if he does the job, then you instantly win the round and you have a high chance of having a really good post plant scenario, because it's going to be a 5v3 scenario, depending of course on what your teammates do in the start. But instantly after he gets the frag, all of your teammates can instantly start rotating towards B side and just plant the bomb and have a really good round. This player needs to also have a second player, which let's call him player 2, to instantly run with past him as well, and he's just gonna run the same path as well. And as he runs through this area, he also needs to prepare to throw an instant nade. As he runs through this area, he needs to instantly throw it like so, by running and aiming in this balcony and just throwing this nade. This nade is mainly made for anyone who might be trying to run back. He can also throw another nade instead if he doesn't want to throw that one. He can also bank off a nade against this wall to nade anyone who might be playing in this area towards sandbags, or as well without the nade he can also throw a quick Molotov in the same position as he runs, just throw the left click throw as well, same lineup to molly off this entire corner as well. And with that you do have a really good setup, because after you throw the Molotov and your teammate throws the molly to car and the flash to bank it off, you can instantly peek with your teammate, and if your teammate gets the entries, you and him run together, and if he doesn't and he gets killed, you can instantly retrade him of course as well. So it's a very good setup, because if you have both of the players that play really aggressive, then it's very effective. But sometimes it does happen that the CTs decide to smoke off this area instead of throwing any nades, so also keep in mind for that, because the CTs also love to do that. As they run here, they just instantly throw the smoke like so, and then they just instantly might try to bank off some nades behind this area, for example, to nade you in backside, for example, so to nade you in back of banana, for example. So that's why also keep in mind for this situation, and if you do get in this position, I suggest waiting it out with your teammate and then trying to retake banana control again with your teammate, because it's way better than just running through the smoke without knowing any info and without having any vision to just instantly run in towards this area. Even if you have a flash, it's still very risky, but if you do want to push it, your teammate, for example this second player that I'm talking about right now, can just instantly bank off a flash by aiming around this area and just quickly throwing a pretty good pop-out flash that blinds anyone who's going to be, for example, sitting in sandbags or standing in this area, just to instantly catch them off guard. So you can do this play, but in my opinion, playing it safe and taking banana control later on in the round is way better in this occasion. Now let's talk about the apps player. This player needs to have a pretty good spawn towards this arc instead of this arc, because simply he can just instantly run towards this area, and as he runs this area he will need to throw a really quick Molotov by just aiming around here, jump throwing, banking it off like so, So you molly off anyone who might be standing in this area and trying to walk upstairs in this position, because then you prevent the CTs from playing aggressive towards apps and you can take the control of apps way easier. So if you just simply, as you run, throw this Molotov for example, you instantly go towards this area, you can instantly run towards second mid, and then you can just jump up on top of this area, jump up on top of balcony, take the control way easier. As this player in balcony, you can do several good things, but mainly you're going to be focusing towards taking the apps control with your teammate that I'm going to talk about later. But essentially, so I don't have to go back in the future, this player can also throw a really good flash for his teammate who might be playing in towards the stairs area by just quickly standing in this right corner where the radio is on the table and aim directly in this position where it intersects with the door. Just simply left click throw to throw a pretty good pop out flash for any of the CTs who might be standing in this area. This is a really good flash to pop out and the CTs don't expect it at all, so your teammate from this area can instantly peek out after the flash pops out. As you see, he can instantly run, get an entry kill, so it's very effective like that. So this is going to be one of the main priorities of this player, and this player also needs to keep in mind to take care of Boiler because his teammate is going to be focusing towards this app side. So this player is just going to take the control of Boiler like so, clear this position, and then he can rather go with his teammate that I'm going to talk about later of course towards this area, or he can focus towards Boiler as well if his teammates are going to be pressing mid for example. Now let's talk about the fourth player that I just talked about. This player is just going to run the same path exactly as this player, and he's just going to run, instead of going towards this area, he's going to run towards the stairs side. As he runs through here, he positions himself in around this corner, waits for the flash for example. When his teammate throws it out, he can just instantly peek out like so, or instead he can instantly, after he clears these two corners, he can instantly throw a Molotov before he peeks out as well, just to clear Boiler like that if you want to do that. But you can also just simply focus towards apps as well. So with this setup, you and your teammate pretty much have a really good execute towards apps. You can take the control of apps really simply, and then your teammate can be focused rather towards this apps area, trying to get some entries, trying to clear the close range positions as well. He can also fake some pressure. For example, if he doesn't use his Molotov, he can molly app the side of pit for example, and he can also just stay here trying to lurk, catch any CTs off guard for example if your teammates and banana get an entry. So this player isn't going to be too much of an aggressive player because this position of apps is really difficult to entry for a T. That's why in my opinion it's way better for this player to be a lurker and just camp it out and wait out for some information, because entering through short or middle for example is going to be way easier. And finally, let's talk about the final player, which is going to be the middle player. This player doesn't really need any specific spawns, but in the start of the round, as he runs through this area, he needs to quickly pull out his flash and throw this quick high flash in the start of the round to blind any CTs who might be trying to peek in the start of the round from different positions. This flash is better than any other flashes in my opinion, because simply the CTs love to hold the angle not only from this position but also hold it from this side. So this flash will definitely blind the enemies if he does hold it from here as well. That's why this flash is way better off than throwing some regular flashes, for example, just throwing them straight ahead, because the CTs instantly spot the flash and they can instantly turn around, or for example throwing this high flash that only blinds anyone who might be standing on the right side instead of the left side. So in my opinion this flash is way better than any other flashes that you can use as this player in middle. And aside from this, this is the only flash and utility that this player needs to throw in the start of the round. He can also save up his flash if he knows that the economy of CTs is really weak and they're not buying an op, and then he can instantly drop down towards this area and make sure to prepare just in case if the CTs decide to molly it, because they also love to run through this area and quickly throw this type of molly. So keep in mind that if you do jump through this area, then you might need to position yourself in this corner for some seconds, but apart from that it's very simple, because you can just instantly run forward, jump in this area of Mexico, and then just peek out and hold the position. Once you get that clear, you can also, if your third teammate, which is the balcony player as I talked about previously, is gonna decide to go towards middle instead of going towards balcony, your teammate can also stand in this corner, aim in the skyline where the roof is, and then move straight to the right and just left click throw a quick pop out flash as I've showed in previous videos. It's a very good pop out flash, blinding any of the CTs who might be standing in towards this area holding long, or even anyone who who might be just trying to hold the position from short as well. So you can also use this flash as this middle player, but apart from that, this player is more of a support player, and he should be the one who's going to be carrying the bomb later on in the round, because as you run here, you should usually drop your bomb and then go towards middle, and then once, for example, your teammates get an entry towards A site or B site, this teammate is going to be the one who's going to rotate the quickest, so he's going to pick up the bomb quickly and then follow along with his teammates towards banana, for example, and then he can go instantly. Or instead, if for example the only one player of the banana survives and takes the control of B, instead of taking the bomb and wasting the time, this player can also just instead run straight forward and just run forward, and the players who are going to be playing from apps are going to run behind this area and pick up the bomb from this area as well, and then you can just entry towards the side. And same goes for the opposite side. If for example you get an entry towards A side, this player can also run towards middle instantly, while these players from banana can just instantly run back, and for example one of the players can just quickly pick up the bomb and just go towards this area. And with this entire setup, you have a really good execute towards the entire side. You have a really good chance of winning the round because you can catch several players off guard with this positioning, and you in general can have a huge chance of entering the side, so you can definitely cause some confusion for the CTs and have a good chance to win the round. Thank you everyone for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. This was how to play default as a T on Inferno in CS2. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and comment down in the comments below on what you want us to do next, and I'll see you in the next video.